Welcome to Juliet Kitchen with Chef Yasmin.
Today's recipe is this super delicious curried duck legs. They're amazingly simple to make and so flavorful. I think you're going to love it.
Before we get started, I appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and thank you if you're already a subscriber. Be sure to give the video a like as well.
The flavor, superb.
For this recipe, I like to use muscovy duck legs. We all know that duck is a very fatty bird. I like the muscovy duck because they have less fat and they're meatier. Despite the muscovy duck having less fat, trust me, it will still release quite a bit of fat into the dish. So to eliminate all that excess fat, what I like to do is cut off the excess fatty skin. Scoring is optional. Once that's done, I season it generously with salt and fresh ground black pepper all over.
I'm going to add the duck legs to the pan, whole pan that is, skin side down.
This process is called rendering the fat. Turn the heat to medium-low. It will take about 12 to 15 minutes to release a lot of the fat. While the duck fat is being rendered, I prepare my aromatics and remaining ingredients. 2 small onions or 1 large onion peeled and sliced. 1 2 to 3 inch piece of fresh ginger peeled. Lots of garlic, 7 to 10 cloves depending on how much garlic you love. Peel. Both the garlic and ginger are grated on a hand grater. The full ingredients list is in the description. For the herbs, I like to use fresh basil, mint, as well as cilantro. All of these fresh herbs were picked from my garden. If you've made curry duck before, leave me a comment and let me know what are some of your favorite ingredients for your recipe. I also like to use fresh thyme in the recipe. For this, I'm using regular thyme leaves. Cut a couple of vine ripened tomatoes into chunks. No need to remove the seeds. If you don't have vine ripened tomatoes, use whatever type you have available. For the spice mix, I'm using whole fenugreek, coriander, cumin, and cardamom seeds. Grind the seeds into a powder, then add in red curry powder and ground turmeric. Red curry powder is sweeter in taste. The duck fat has been rendered sufficiently to my taste.
This have released quite a bit of duck fat.
Look at this beautiful golden color on the duck. I like to flip the duck and cook it for a minute to 2 on the flesh side. Remove the duck legs and set aside. All of that excess fat is removed, reserving about 1 to 2 tablespoons. I typically reserve the excess duck fat to use in cooking other dishes. Time to saute the aromatics. I start by cooking the onion for about 2 to 3 minutes until it starts to become very fragrant. Add in the ginger and garlic. Give it a nice stir and cook until fragrant. 30 to 60 seconds usually work. I add in my thyme leaves and the beautiful spice mix. Give it a good mix. Cook for 5 to 8 minutes until very fragrant and the color starts to darken. Then add in the tomato paste. Give it a nice stir. The tomato paste is going to help to balance the color as well as the flavor. Now is a good time to add a pinch of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Cook for about 2 minutes. Add in the fresh tomatoes. Give it a nice mix. Allow to cook for about 2 minutes until the tomatoes start to break down. Add in the fresh herbs. Give it a nice mix. Wow, this smells amazing! I like to add tamarind juice for a bit of acidity, but you could add lime juice if you prefer. I like chickpeas in the recipe for more texture, but you could add potatoes. Potatoes will help to thicken the broth though. Time to add back those beautifully rendered duck breasts along with any of the juices released. Pour in stock. I like to use chicken stock, but you could use whatever type you prefer. And I use anywhere from 1.5 cups to 2 cups. Now's a good time to taste for the seasoning and adjust the salt as needed. Add in 1 cinnamon stick, cover, simmer for 1.5 to 2 hours until fork tender.
Wow, this smells really, really delicious. Should be nice and fork tender, comes right off. Wow. That's amazing.
I like to serve this dish with roti, but you can use rice as well.
It's my favorite time eating. Wow, it smells amazing. Wow, look at that. It just comes right apart. Nice, nice, nice. Wow. The flavor, superb. All of that fenugreek with the cumin, the coriander, the cardamom all worked perfectly. All of those fresh herbs, the mint, the basil, cilantro was just perfect. The red curry worked amazingly in this dish. Wow, this is a must try.
Happy cooking!